Happy Thanksgiving. I'm excited to be here today again. I'm recording a little early because we're leaving town. I'm going to be in New Mexico with some family, my half brother, and some more family. So when you're watching this, it'll be Thanksgiving now. I hope you're having a good day if you're in the US, and if you're celebrating whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a good time. Today I want to talk about what it was like, just that idea that I felt like I saw too much. It was almost, that's my clickbaity title for today. Like, I saw too much light. I felt too much love. Like, I don't know if it actually was too much, but to try to make sense of all that beauty, light, and love, angels, like all the things I saw, and then just like live a normal life was basically really, really hard. I don't think I ever have lived a normal life since then. And honestly, since my trauma at 13, like my life was never internally that normal. Like, not, I was maybe on the outside it seemed okay, but to go through basically like it felt like I was just trying to heal. I wanted to feel my heart. I wanted to like be happy. And then it was like I wrote that promise in my journal by accident. I know I say by accident. I know there's no such things as accidents in the like divine realm, but it really didn't feel like I meant to. Like I wasn't like expecting to see lights and like feel all these angels and like see light inside of everyone and the timelines and all of that. It was like, okay, like there's a whole nother reality happening that we don't normally see. And I got a glimpse of it for a few years. And it was like, okay, this is what's happening. This is what's really going on in our world. And then it like stopped. At the end, if you've watched my story, I had this beautiful dream with an angel where, this person that was talking to me in my room was just glowing and glowing, so much light, so much beauty. And he was like telling me that life was amazing. I needed to go out and have a great life, go have adventures, go live a great life. And he was just like so excited, so much love, so much joy. And it was like, and I was like, when am I going to meet you? Because literally I was 28 and I thought, this guy is like amazing. I really thought he was going to be my boyfriend. He seemed super real and so loving, like just loving, like seeing me all the way into my heart and sending me so much love. Anyway, when I was like, when am I going to meet you? And he was like, you'll meet me when you finish swimming. So I had these 2 years of these beautiful spiritual experiences surrounded by light, feeling the angels and having this dream. And like it ended after he told me I'll meet him when I finish swimming. The dream shifted from me talking to him in my room to me being lowered from a big ship down into the ocean. And I guess thinking about it now, like just this week, I was like, oh, I guess that big ship was like my spiritual experience or like my experience with the divine and God. And then being lowered down into the ocean alone was like, you have to figure this out. I've been thinking like what the water means, what the air means, because I was like swimming evenly. So the water and like the air was above me swimming and it was like out alone. Anyway, woke up the next morning and all the light was gone. It was like it really pulled back and I didn't know what to do. So that was a lot. Like I didn't know what it seemed like on the outside to other people, but it was like my friends like at that time were like, you couldn't talk. Like you weren't able to talk to us for like a month or two. I was like, yeah, I guess it was like that. Like I was just like like on the inside, I was like, what just happened to me? I thought I was going to go live in heaven, literally in my heart. Once I started kind of vibing with my experiences, once I stopped freaking out about having seen that light over my bed and was just experiencing all the things that were happening to me, my heart really thought I was going to go live in heaven when it was all over. Or like that I was going to, I don't know, like it was either going to continue like that for the rest of my life or like cool, or it was like you're gonna go live in heaven when you finish learning all this. No, I had to learn how to swim, which I think was a metaphor for me learning how to live a spiritual life in the human world. Anyway, so yeah, for a couple months, like I couldn't talk. I remember my friend telling me that, and I believe her because I was so confused. And then because I'd gotten pretty good at like balancing, like I have this external life, this is how I go through my grad school life, friends life, and then I have all these spiritual things happening to me. But once it ended, it was like everything got mashed together and I had to like figure out who I was with all of that knowledge of like love and divine love and all that stuff. But yeah, and then yeah, if you've heard my story, I moved back to Louisiana. I tried to live in the woods to get back to it. I remember like walking around the woods, like being like, can I, like, where did it go? Like, where are the angels? for a while I would like cry by myself and like hold my hands out, and like I would hold my hand out and I would feel like an angel hold my hand, but that was like as much as I was getting. It was like really gone. It was like really like they were like, you need to learn about how to do this on your own. Like they aren't, what I felt today in my meditation was like I needed to be an equal partner for creating peace on the planet. Like I'm here to be a human and have that knowledge and share it and do whatever else I do with others, making the world a better place, not just to like escape and like live in some spiritual, ethereal, heavenly realm, but to bring that here. And that, I have to be in my body and I have to be on this planet to do that. Anyway, so I would cry and try to hold my, like, feel the angels hold my hand. I would like try to walk, I would like see if I could, like, it was like a weird, it was only internal. I know rationally, like, I wasn't gonna be able to walk into the forest and then like disappear into heaven. But it was like, I was like, had felt that so really real in my life. I was like, where did it go? Anyway, the dreams never stopped. I've talked about that. Like the psychic dreams kept happening. But eventually, after a couple of years of like living in the woods and not being able to disappear to heaven, I just like teleport. I was like, well, I guess I made all that up and like, whatever. I made all that up. I don't care about it. I moved back to New Orleans. I hung out with my friends. I drank and I mean, I still worked. I still worked with kids, but like, I was not listening to my heart that much. I was like, meh, kind of mad too. Like, the part of me was like, okay, I made all that up. But part of me was like, maybe I didn't. And if I didn't make that up, I'm super mad that I'm still here and I'm mad at God and I'm mad at whatever. So that was not the best part of my life. I mean, it wasn't horrible. Like I'm still here and like but I like every time I didn't listen to my heart, my life got like a lot worse. And eventually over, having my daughter and over like the last few years of just sitting kind of like on my own really internally with it, I finally was like, okay, I guess that was all real. I have a video about how I decided it was real, but I'll link it. Anyway, yeah. And then now I'm sharing and talking about it and being like, oh, that really was like a really big thing that happened to me. And I always kind of knew it. Like the last few years, I'd be like, I feel like something really big happened to me, but I don't know. I don't know. And I'd be like, I know I'm supposed to talk about something, but like, I'm not ever really sure what I'm supposed to talk about. And it was like, oh, I'm supposed to talk about this like really private spiritual experience that I know sounds like pretty out there, but it was my real life. Anyway, I don't know. So it was a lot to see. It was a lot to feel. It was almost like, was it too much for me to see like and know about all this light and all these angels and all this beauty that's right next to us? And it is like crazy how much it's around us if we can connect to it. So part of my work the last few years has been accepting what happened to me and actively reconnecting with it in ways that are healthy and balanced, not escaping, but like having a daily spiritual practice, all the stuff I talk about in my Sunday message videos, like supportive community, all of that. But a lot of it is just like knowing that that was real in my life, and that really helps. But it was a lot. I do feel like I saw it, not too much, like, but it was a lot to see and then try to be like, okay, now I'm going to go live a normal life. Like I'm a mom and a speech therapist, but like I saw this light and this love and it's so beautiful. Anyway, I want everyone to see that. I know we all feel it and see it in our own ways, and I think that's really special. So I would love to hear what you've seen and felt. Did it feel like too much sometimes, or do you feel like it was just right? I do believe we have the perfect spiritual experiences for us. So even though it seems like maybe like I went a little far out there spiritually, I think it was like small glimpses of a much bigger reality that we don't really, I don't think we're supposed to see when we're on this planet. Like we're supposed to get small glimpses to help us remember and like be better humans. But I don't think I'm just supposed to like, now there are people that always see angels like Lorna Byrne, who I was talking about. But I was like, I just got little momentary glimpses of what is really happening. The timelines, the psychic dreams, like the angels, all the light. And then it was like, do, 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 do. Okay, go figure it out. Have fun with that. Anyway, yeah. So did you see too much? Have you had your own spiritual experiences? I'd love to hear about them. I know a lot of people that I'm talking with are starting to have spiritual experiences. It's kind of cool. And we all have different ones. And I love hearing about yours. I love talking about them. I think it's really beautiful. And I guess the last thing that I'll talk about, well, I'm almost done, but this might be a longer video next time. But like, I think the purpose of all this is like spirituality and spiritual abilities are not a separate special thing. Like I think we've kept people like that in a special category. Like they're like different. They're special. They have these gifts. I think we're all supposed to have them, and it's not that special or different, and it's not supposed to be removed from regular life. Like my joke is that like, oh, my spiritual experience, like I thought an angel was going to be my boyfriend. That was my spiritual experience. It's not that special. I mean, it was like, you know, a lot deeper than that, but that was basically the gist of it at the end. Anyway, I love y'all. Thanks for listening to my ramblings this week. I would love to hear about your own spiritual experiences in the comments or message me. I definitely carry on dialogues with many people about what they're going through or what they've seen, and I'm here for all of it. And I love y'all. Have a good Thanksgiving. Have a good day. Bye.